Welcome back to another episode of Stay on Target. I'm your host, Dustin. Thanks for being here tonight with all of us. We got so much to talk about in a short amount of time, so we're going to get right to it. But before we get into that, we have a very special guest with us tonight. It's Vader! Yes. Look at him. Look at him. He is the Bismo Vader. What's up, Bismo?
What's up, Bismo? Oh, what's up, everyone? Thanks for having me on.
Yes. Oh man, it is our pleasure.
I find your lack of lack of faith disturbing, but
we have faith.
We have faith in Filoni.
Faith in Filoni
Right.
and faith in Bismo.
Always.
Vader for not choking us.
Right?
Oh man, thanks for joining, man.
yeah. Thanks for having me. I'm just super pumped to be here as always. It was nice to talk with Dan last week, but it's nice to have the full crew here for tonight.
Yes.
I know it's a bit crazy. I'm surprised you decided to join again with all of us crazy folk here at Stay on Target. But speaking of crazy folk, let's get into introducing everybody else too. We got with me Nick.
Hello.
You gonna do it?
Oh, the Scottish
Yeah,
accent.
you were supposed to commit to the
I know
Scottish
I
accent.
was.
You knew he wasn't going.
Oh,
Scottish accent!
yes, there it is. Oh, I hope you just keep yelling that out.
Oh, I know,
randomly
right?
During the night.
I mean,
have a
I don't
blown
want to keep it.
eardrum.
I don't want to keep the whole neighborhood up, but
no, that's fine.
it's a great accent to have.
You know, when you're on Hoth,
Sometimes you got to go
You don't
Scot.
have neighbors.
we don't have neighbors in Hoth.
We don't have any neighbors on Hoth.
On Hoth,
They're all dead
and frozen.
in the snow.
Speaking of dead and
Frozen.
frozen in the snow, we got next to him Matt.
Why do you give me the worst entrances?
Dead and frozen
Well, you
in the
haven't been here in a
snow.
while, so people were starting to wonder if you were still alive.
I came back to life.
To a
Wait,
wife?
you were dead?
I was dead.
I can't believe he died
Did you
off
just-
screen.
I died for a half a second there.
somehow.
Matt has returned.
Welcome back to the show, Matt. You got some hot takes for us tonight?
Probably not, but let's see.
Probably
Oh,
not.
man. It's going to be fun either way. All right, you know him. You love him. He's flying the ship. He keeps us in check. And he's
Ups
a
and
handsome
ups and
devil.
check.
It's Dan.
What's up, people? How you doing? I'm flying the ship. It's a great night to be alive if we can keep the ship flying. So I'm so happy to be here with Bismo, with Matt, the full crew, Dustin, Nick, and one more person, right, Dustin?
And last but definitely not least, the one, the only, the fact checker.
Wow. Well, thanks.
Oh, that was
Sorry, I
good. That's a
can't do a
great way.
Scottish accent.
Oh,
though.
come on.
But you can try.
You can try. What's your tagline, lady?
Oh my goodness, I was hoping you'd skip over that.
You're gonna.
Work in
You
progress.
got to
Your
come up with
tagline
one.
now is just what's your tagline?
Yeah.
What's your tag?
What's your tagline?
Maybe
What's your
Bismo
tag?
has a suggestion.
Okay, yeah. What, Bismo? You got a suggestion for the tagline for the fact checker?
Oh, you put me on the spot here. I don't think I can make the tagline for your fact checker.
Oh.
I only deal in absolutes.
Oh, Sith Lord.
Clever.
Man, he is good. He's on top of things. Nick, I can only hear you tonight if you speak in the Scottish accent. Okay,
He's going
Other
to
than that, I'm
ignore
not
everything
listening to
else you
you.
say.
It's very true.
All right. Well, now that we may dispense with the pleasantries, Vader, you must be very proud of
Force
yourself.
choke him.
Biz, don't do it. Don't do it, Biz.
We got a lot of people in the chat, though, too, by the way. A ton of people, right? Fact checker?
Yeah,
We got so many. Who's
There-
here with us
there-
tonight? We got the. You go.
You go.
Wow.
Yes, you were right. We have the moderators on target.
we do.
Hannah and Night Sky.
What has gotten into him
They're
tonight?
jazz.
I don't know.
Can't tell.
It's a special night. It's a special night.
It's a big
So-
night,
Very
for
scared.
sure.
We're yeah.
So we got special people with us as always.
Who are all the
Yeah.
special people in the chat?
List them off.
You're the first one, but
What?
You're
I'm
the first special person.
I'm the number. I'm patient zero. When it comes
Numero
to special
special.
people.
yeah, but we've got great crew. We've got Kirsten Allen, Icy Stormy, Robert
Kirsten.
G, Mrs. Manrique, Sonia Pantoya. Let's see.
Sonia Pantoya.
Oh, Skylark, Zarmoto's in
What's
the
up?
chat. Let's see. Did I miss anyone else? Let us know if you're in the chat. And
Say
we'd
hello
love to
in the
give you a
chat.
shout out.
We want to shout out your name from the rooftops.
From the
And in
rooftops.
Scottish.
In the world between
In the
worlds.
Scottish accent.
I think these are the hardcore people.
Scottish
They're so excited to watch this next episode. They're just
Yes.
counting down the seconds at this point, not minutes, seconds.
How many seconds do we have, Dan?
It's got to be at least 360.
Wait, seconds?
What time is it right
Wait,
now?
what time? How much
It's
seconds?
It starts in
Seven
5
hours.
minutes, by the way.
He's not wrong.
How many? How many minutes till the show?
How many minutes? Like 52.
What'd you say, Biz?
Quick math.
I was like, we're talking seconds here. It's got to be 7:59. It's like, wow, that's a quick
I
stream.
know.
Like,
Right?
So we got 4 minutes left.
4
How many
minutes.
did you-
And we're out. Thanks
Did you-
for joining.
Did you say 360 minutes?
Yeah.
Or
Seconds.
seconds? I think that's only like 6 minutes.
Yeah, it is.
Look, it's quick
6
math.
times 6 is 36.
36.
We're live.
Scottish math.
Oh my Scottish math. Why change math?
Why
All right.
Scottish?
But we got lots to get into. We don't have a lot of time. So we're going to move right along. We got the question, the icebreaker for tonight.
What's the question?
The question, the icebreaker question is, would you rather be Balin Skull's apprentice or Ahsoka Tano's apprentice? Oh, man. Biz, you got one or you want us to circle back to you since we literally just threw it at
I've
you?
got one. But
He's got
I
one.
feel-
one.
I mean,
He's a
I feel
Scotsman.
like a lot of people are going to have the same answer here. I could be wrong, but I'm going to have to go with Balin.
That's
I
right.
like the way of the Dark Jedi. I'd have a lot of freedom, and I'd be able to learn all aspects of the Force. And I'd have to respect my master, of course, but I would have some freedom.
Up
and
until
I,
you could kill him.
have a pretty cool lightsaber too.
Yeah. Good take, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. You are correct.
You are correct.
You are correct.
Don't answer. We're actually
And we're
looking
not-
for a right or
How about
wrong,
you? How
not
about
a
you?
which.
Yeah. Now he just dropped the mic. That's what he
Yeah,
did.
Yeah, Bismo just dropped the mic. All right, Nick, what do you think? What are you going with?
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what
I'm
he's going
absolutely
with.
going with Balin.
Oh,
Balin's skull.
really?
Balin. His name even sounds Scottish. He's not a true Sith, but I feel like I can turn him. He's only a
feeling
fallen
it.
Jedi, but he could have so much more potential.
Wow.
He's coming to the
Is this
dark
entire
side.
night?
It was solid,
That
man.
is amazing.
I'm scaring myself with how good I am at this.
So 2 for 2 for Balin, eh?
Balin's
two for
skull.
two. All right, Matt, what are you going with?
Ahsoka.
Oh,
Well, that's lame.
Yeah. You know what?
nice.
You get
Gotta
two
go with
choices, and
Ahsoka.
one of them's lame.
I can't,
There's
can't
the right
do
choice,
anything
and then
right.
there's whatever you choose.
I didn't
I come
say-
back for
I didn't
one day. And
I'm not saying it would
I'm
be
getting
that
kicked
bad.
off
I would
the
rather
show.
be an apprentice under Ahsoka than many of the prequel era Jedi. To
Oh,
be
yeah.
fair, though, 'cause
Yeah.
she is, she doesn't follow the Jedi code exactly, the same.
Right,
so there's
she
a little
left the
more freedom,
order, so, I
less
mean,
less dogmatic beliefs per se.
Yes.
Right? I mean, after what she went through, it kind of makes sense, though.
Yeah, she did go through some rough stuff.
It was very rough.
Yeah.
Like Scotland.
It was kind of more of the Jedi Order not believing in her first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why she left. That
She was
was-
kind of a-
I think she just felt betrayed by the Jedi Order.
Yeah.
Betrayal! Betrayal!
All right, Dan, what about you, home dog?
I'm gonna say, oh golly,
There's only one right answer.
because the
Dan.
Lord
dark
Jesus.
side is calling. The dark sides are calling. Am I gonna pick up the phone?
Am I gonna pick up the phone? Hey, Dan, pick up your phone!
I don't know.
It's calling!
I don't use a phone like this. I
It's
just
collect
put it on
call
speaker.
from Scotland.
So I'm gonna say, because I put it on speakerphone, Balin.
Balin! Balin! Witchcraft.
I'm going Balin because I love him. Every time he's on camera, I'm like,
Yeah.
I just want to hear him talk and teach me something. And I hope that he's not as dark as he appears, but he probably is.
Yes.
So let's see. Let's see what happens. That's all I got.
You have chosen wisely.
Why?
Yes.
All right, what about you, fact checker?
Yeah, I like a little rebellion, so I'd go Balin.
Wow.
Oh.
Everybody but Matt.
Ooh.
I am really
Matt.
surprised.
Yeah, I'm
really?
surprised too.
You're
But,
dying.
I mean, it's a tough choice for sure.
Fact
but-
checker chose correctly for once.
You didn't seem like you had a tough choice.
Just kidding.
Well, I
Oh,
had
man.
time to think about it.
You had time to assess our opinions to
Yes.
join us.
Yeah.
So I
I'm
could
joking.
not get kicked out for once.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a good take. Yeah, for me, it's definitely Balin. I
Yeah.
mean, it's got to be Balin
It's got to be Balin.
because the funny thing about it when I thought of this question was, is
When
it's
you thought of this question,
like I just snuck that in there.
no,
All right.
but like
Oh man.
everybody else submits these questions. They're like, "Oh, I hope my
weren't
question's
as-
this
there
week." And
weren't as
Dustin's
many.
like, "I
There
am
weren't
in command
as many.
here." There
Don't come
weren't as
at me.
many. How many questions have we had?
I chose
from
the dark
actual
side.
fans.
I chose the dark side tonight. Okay.
I'm both
Yeah, I'm a little
proud
surprised by that.
and disappointed.
Yeah. No, but the reason I thought this question was interesting though too is the fact that they're both technically like in the middle, but just
Yeah.
on slightly opposite sides
True.
of the
Yeah.
middle.
That's a good
So
point.
they're both not Jedi, but
Wait.
not dark side users. We saw Ahsoka
Yeah.
use some dark side last week.
We
saw,
did.
We definitely know Balin can, but he was almost more even tempered than she was, and that's what I find interesting with this question.
Yes.
And it just has me so much more intrigued for what's coming next. So it's a great question. I like everybody's take on that.
Yeah.
Except for mine.
Except
Except for Matt's.
I don't think Matt's wrong though. I think Ahsoka. If Balin weren't in the picture,
Especially Rebels Ahsoka.
yeah,
Yeah.
same. Yeah, she's pretty legit.
Oh man, that's like peak,
Yeah.
like fighting Darth Maul Ahsoka.
Mhm.
That was peak right there, in my opinion.
But this is not that Ahsoka.
You're not that Ahsoka.
Yet.
yeah,
Hopefully,
Bismo
tonight.
has something to say
It
about
is.
that. I
Biz,
think.
say it.
Yeah,
Say it,
Biz.
brother.
Nick, I listened last week,
Yes.
from the sidelines as you made fun of the CGI, and I can't just stand here and take that slander. I can't. Ahsoka, okay, maybe a little slow at times, but I thought, being a bunch of Andor fans, you guys like that slow build up. We're working
Oh.
towards something here, and
Okay,
rather than
okay.
working
Shots
towards
fired.
fighting a couple of stormtroopers here and there, maybe we're working to something a little bit bigger in scope, not just getting out a magnifying glass. Let's look real close on what's going on with one person in the Empire who dies in a different film, but. Okay, I got it out. I
I think the main problem I have with this Ahsoka is she could be better, and we've already seen her better in Clone Wars and Rebels, and she's a little the slowness for Andor it works. For Ahsoka though, live action, not really.
Not when we
but
know what
he-
she's capable of.
I do
Yeah.
see where you're coming from to some point. However, this is a much older Ahsoka we're getting that kind of she doesn't have like much of anyone to look upon. I suppose in Rebels that's true to some extent, but she still acts a bit wiser, a little bit more thoughtful in her actions before making decisions here. So while I would like to see more action, I think we will get more action from her. That's just my general thought. Like she's really trying to process and be more so like the Grand Master per se, but
Right.
obviously
Right.
not necessarily. But you get what I'm coming from.
I get what you're putting down. I'm
I
picking
get
up what you're putting
putting
down.
down. I just
But then he's throwing it back.
I
down.
will not move an inch on that poorly done CGI.
Oh man,
I am firm in my beliefs on that. He looked like he was struck by lightning.
You're talking like Palpatine-esque.
oh my goodness.
Yes.
Oh boy,
this
here we
is
go.
the hill Nick dies
I'm
on.
standing upon
Well,
just saying,
let's
It's like a
planted
rock
my
and
flag
in
on the hill.
Nick will die on
the
a lot of
Scottish
hills.
hill.
What
on
happens
the
when
Scottish hill.
when an immovable object?
Objects meets an unstoppable force.
That's what's happening here.
This is what's happening right now. Right now.
Honestly,
we're
I
at
didn't think it was that
static
bad, but-
equilibrium, I guess.
Static equilibrium. We're pulling out the big guns.
great-
I'm slightly off tonight.
But great takes.
Something's not right.
Yeah, and do we want to let's just jump into that right now?
Jump into what?
Do we think
Is there a pool?
yes,
Sweet.
Ahsoka?
Is it a Jello pool?
Yep.
Yes,
I would love a Jello pool.
That'd be
That would
great.
amazing.
I always want. Oh no, that was a Jello house from College Chance.
There you go. Yeah.
But still,
Come with me if you want to live.
All right, Audible here. Food on target.
Wait,
Okay. Play that.
Go ahead.
What?
Wait.
I was just going to end the poll. If you
Oh
want
yeah,
to
let's
go
end the
with
poll
chat.
and then we'll move on.
No, just
Well,
keep it
while they're
going.
listening to Food on Target intro, they're going to end the poll. Here we go.
Got it.
That was great.
Food on target, baby.
What a great stinger.
All right, what was the poll though? Let's do that real fast.
Oh,
Poll results.
Sorry.
Come on.
Sorry.
You're good.
Did you
reach?
That was
You're
my
in charge.
job.
You're doing double duty. That's your cue.
Okay, so 85% agreed with the majority of us here that
Oh,
they would be
man.
Balin Skull's apprentice.
Right, you
All
guys are
right.
So
What
smart.
a bunch of wieners.
Whoa! Wow! Shots fired.
We had
He's
some,
counting.
yeah. We had
I was
some-
just trying to math it out.
Mad it out.
It's really,
Yep.
it's quite a disadvantage for you guys to go against me.
Oh.
Hey, I see what shirt you're wearing.
Well.
I'll support you. You know, whatever you got to say.
Elbows on your side.
It's a nice shirt.
It is a great shirt.
Like you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
that's the
is.
only reason
I
you're
had a
supporting him,
shirt
right?
that I couldn't
No.
wear, so-
I really like Matt's takes.
Is that shirt
Matt has
CGI?
very few and far between takes,
Right.
so
Good save,
gotta really
Bismo.
accept them while they come.
He's got hilarious
But-
sounds too.
when you do make them, they are quite good.
Sometimes.
On point, brother.
So there you go.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's get into this food on target too. Great answers, everybody in the chat. You guys got some hot takes. I
Everybody
love
in the
it.
chat.
But what's your favorite flavor Jello? I'm just pulling Audible. That wasn't
Oh,
even on the
dude.
list for tonight. But
Boom.
we're pulling this as an Audible
Okay.
right now because we started talking Jello and we're running with it, baby.
I think it's blue raspberry.
Blue
to be honest.
raspberry.
That's not bad.
Whenever I was a kid, and even right now, that's the color I go for. Doesn't matter what flavor it is. It's blue. It's blue flavor.
It's flavored blue.
Is that what you had in Scotland?
Yes.
All right. What about you, Matt? Let's run through
Jello.
this. We got so much to get
I'm
through.
gonna have to say a raspberry.
But is it blue raspberry?
Not just red. Just a red raspberry.
Just red.
Oh my goodness.
What kind of
That's a great
accent
take.
was that?
It was great
I
either
don't
way.
know.
I don't know.
All right, Denny.
You sound like you're very unsure of yourself.
Denny, me boy, what's
Raspberry.
yours?
Raspberry for me. Matt stole it. The words right out of my
But
mouth.
is it blue or red?
Raspberry.
Just raspberry. That's not an answer.
Raspberry red.
Oh, I see. A nice guy clarified. There's a blue raspberry
Yeah.
and there's red
That's my
raspberry.
favorite.
But my question is there actually
purple
blue
raspberry.
raspberry?
There is no such
There is
thing.
No.
no such thing.
So why do we need to specify
Exactly. Thank you,
red?
Matt.
That's what makes it so much better.
Thank
though.
you. No,
Because
it's not.
like the national animal of Scotland,
It's-
the unicorn. They don't exist.
It's the unicorn of Jello.
Who invented blue raspberry? Because it doesn't.
A
it's not-
unicorn
A unicorn from Scotland.
from Scotland.
Blue
Scotland.
raspberry,
No.
just raspberries and blueberries.
I don't know. I honestly don't know what that flavor actually is.
Yeah.
I think it's like an amalgamation of flavors.
got-
Amalgamation.
Whatever they did.
Fact checker,
Like a
do
fruit
your
punch.
job.
Oh my goodness.
We have facts that need to be checked.
Speaking of fact checker, what's yours?
Wait,
Yeah.
what did I miss?
Oh my
Your
Jello.
flavor of
God.
the
Jello flavors.
Well, I know that.
Jello on
part,
target.
but
Which
what
one
Find
did
out,
you go?
find out where blue raspberry
What
came
blue
from.
raspberry?
Yeah, what flavor
But
is
in the
blue
meantime,
raspberry?
what's your favorite flavor of Jello?
Okay.
Can you do three
strawberry?
things at once?
Strawberry.
Is that weird? You guys are all looking at me
Like strawberry?
the
Like just
wrong
regu-
answer.
No, the right answer is blue
What?
strawberry.
Is it blue or red?
Oh man. Yeah, here we go again.
Oh man.
All right.
Last but definitely not
Bismo.
least,
All right.
Bismo. What's your answer, man? What's the best Jello in the world?
Don't
to
you dare say you don't like Jello.
That's a sin.
Okay, we're not going to start disagreeing on Jello. Come on, what's there not to love about Jello? I'm
Exactly.
not really picky. I will eat just about any flavor that
You
is
know,
palatable, but the blue
he's not
raspberry
wrong.
does sound really good. I don't know if I've had that though.
Raspberry, yeah.
Get
Blue-
you some
blue
raspberry jello.
He said blue raspberry.
He
He's
said
not
blue
sure he's had.
raspberry.
Get you some blue raspberry jello.
Do it.
That's a great take,
Good
man.
job.
Do it.
You must try it. It is delicious. We should have had it tonight. We're gonna send you some.
Can we have it? Can we have it tomorrow?
Do we have it tomorrow? Maybe we can watch it during the show.
Is it National
You
Jello
think you
Day?
could make
Maybe
it
we can
before,
watch it during the show.
before the show tonight? You know? I
Yeah,
like
make
to
some
have a little snack
some
on-
quick set
watch-
Jello.
I'll be right back. I gotta go make some Jello.
You need the ice cubes. Can anybody out there? Can Icy make us some icy Jello?
Yeah.
I see a lot of people in the chat saying lemon is the goat.
Lemon,
Lemon
is
is-
pretty good.
Ellie Blair said lemon is the goat. A
What
lot
about
of
it?
people. Kristen Allen saying, yeah, Nick nailed
Hey,
it.
Jello's here. Hello.
No, Jello is here. Oh,
What?
Whoa!
Oh my!
that's our
We were
favorite
just talking
Jell-O.
about you.
Hello,
Just
Jello.
talking about you.
It's like when we're talking about Dave Filoni, and then Filoni shows up in the chat, and we're like,
Such a small word.
We just summon him.
Jello's ears were burning.
Let's talk Hayden Christensen. Maybe he'll show up.
That would be cool.
Give us the answers we need. Speaking of Hayden Christensen, smooth transition.
Yeah.
You didn't
Is it
answer.
Anakin in the world between worlds?
Oof. That's not like a question like, what's your
I
favorite
don't
flavor?
know.
Jello? Is it Anakin between the world between
we
worlds?
got a lot to
look
get
to
through in
now-
a short amount of time. Go ahead,
Now,
Bismo.
what we just left off with on the last episode, like kind of the pinnacle, like what we want to know. Oh,
Yeah, that's the peak.
The pick peak.
That's right.
Yeah, what do you think? I think you've had some hot takes on this, though, Bismo. Do you think it's Anakin? Is she in the world between worlds? Give us your hot takes, my friend.
yeah. So I've definitely been analyzing this for a while since that episode came out. I made a few videos on it. Now we got to look at from a factual standpoint of what we currently have first, and then go from there. So what we do currently have is we see an Anakin that appears like he's from Revenge of the Sith, but the music we get at the end of the show cuts to a Vader theme. Right now, they could just be doing that to mess with us, but why would they have Vader's theme if in this next episode or just somewhere
I do have a
throughout
theory
this
on
we
that.
don't have some kind of dark side version of Anakin, whether this is Darth Vader in suit or Darth Vader Revenge of the Sith pre-chopped up by Obi-Wan, or it's an alternate version. Maybe it's an alternate version because maybe we're in the world between worlds. I would think we're in the world between worlds to keep consistent, but yeah, the world between worlds is not really defined. I watched this video of Dave Filoni explaining it, and he doesn't fully explain it, but basically says it's where everything is happening all at once. So really, the possibilities are endless. My gut says that this is some kind of version of Anakin that is a Vader that will try to manipulate Ahsoka. Maybe it's a manifestation of her fear, her regrets, leaving Anakin. That's a big part of her life that, she left Anakin, he became Vader, and the last time they meet, he tries to kill her yet again. So there's a lot of regret going on there, a lot of fear and past judgment. So this might be one of those things where she has to go through a trial to face Vader to then be able to talk to the real Anakin to get advice. But there's so many options. I want to hear what you guys have to say.
Yeah, you're kind of saying almost like the cave, the dark side cave on Dagobah in some ways. I know a lot of people have kind of equated it to that. Would you say kind of like that?
Yeah. I tried to talk about that in one of the videos. Definitely would be something like that. Like, I don't think we would necessarily see a dark side of Ahsoka. It's possible, but
right.
God, I hope so.
Ooh.
it's possible. Everything's possible in the world between worlds because it is everything all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You guys, anybody expound on that, or
I
what do
just
you
think,
guys think?
I think Dave's about to blow our minds with what he means by world between worlds.
Right.
So I think, anything's possible at this point because there's almost like not a wrong answer because he could literally do anything.
Yeah,
I mean, the things that he did, anything except for we know the one rule. You wouldn't do something that would end your life in this present world between worlds, right? That was the one caveat with Ezra when Ahsoka, he was trying to save Kanan.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
She's like, you can't do that because he saved you in that moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if it's something that, that's a minor gripe. You can
It's weird though. You start to get into like some weird like timeline stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Marvel's What If.
yeah, Marvel's What If.
That's exactly what this episode
You
is
think
gonna
it's gonna be like that?
I think
Marvel's
so.
What If?
They're going to look into multiple different futures.
and different outcomes of what
Yeah.
could have possibly happened.
There's going to be so many cameos in this episode. It's going to be unreal.
I keep equating it to almost like Scrooge whenever he went back in time with all the different ghosts
The ghost
to
of
help
Christmas past.
teach along the way. I think it's going to be similar to that. But what I think is happening in some ways, unless you guys have other thoughts before I get into this, I'm going to talk
That's
for
really
just a
good.
minute.
I want to hear it.
All right.
Do it.
Go for
My
it.
theory is that
Knock
she's
yourself out.
actually in the world between worlds, but she's not physically there. I think she's mentally there. I think she's mentally in the world between worlds. I think she's tapped into it that way.
Okay,
through
so
the Force. And the reason she's seeing Anakin the way that she's seeing Anakin is that's the last time that she saw him was that version of Anakin. That was the last time she ever saw him, was that version of Anakin.
Was it?
Yes, before she went to fight Maul on Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Dagobah.
And just to
yeah,
say, if
Mandalore.
we go with that's the last version she sees, or sorry, more so, I'm directing this towards Nick.
Yeah.
Pretty accurate description. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, no, okay. The only thing is, so season 7 of Clone Wars, does he actually not have his Clone Wars armor on the last time she
I
sees
think
him?
the last time she sees him, no, it's the episode 3 version.
Well, yeah, because
That's
it's
pretty much it.
because it's right before that, and pretty much
that-
the war is over.
No Clone
Right.
Wars armor.
Yeah.
He looks like he does.
Yeah,
But I mean, have you seen his face though? Is that Anakin? I'm not so sure.
Well, it's all in her mind. Maybe she's smoothing out the
She's
wrinkles.
making him up. Oh no.
I thought he looked pretty good. I'm. It's more story for me. I'm kind of more with Biz on this one, but I understand your opinion.
I just
Yeah.
didn't see
And
it.
I
Nick.
appreciate it.
I understand your
Please
wrong
don't
opinion.
slice me down in your righteous fury.
Right.
All right. No, but the other reason I think they go into the Vader theme there at the end is because it's in her mind. She's seeing Anakin as maybe just like a positive thing. And I think they're going to be playing between both his light side and his dark side and what she remembers because she fought Vader as well. So the last time she sees Anakin as a positive, it was that time frame. And then they drift into the Vader because she's also going to remember in her mind, this is what he becomes.
Wait
and
a
there might be
second, yeah.
kind of like a oh shoot, what's that other Sith that kind of plays on both? Not Sith, but back in the day.
Back in the day.
Old Republic.
What are you talking about?
Knights of the Old Republic. What is it? I lose everything on air.
You're crazy, man.
Anyway, he's both like dark side and light
Oh,
side.
Darth Revan?
Yes,
Revan,
Revan.
yeah.
I'm
I was
sorry.
gonna say.
I feel
Revan?
like they might go slightly that way, but it's
like
going to
a
be
gray
like,
Jedi.
like a spiritual journey, and like it's going to be like the Vader tempting her towards the dark side potentially, and then Anakin still trying to help her towards the light. And through it all, she's learning how to become Ahsoka the White. That's kind of what I'm getting.
And
from this
Gandalf
as a
is
reader.
there somehow.
Yeah, and she's still actually going to be in the water when she comes to. I think that's what's going to happen.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was going to
like
ask. Where
that.
do you think she is physically? Just floating?
Yeah, I think she's just floating.
Or was she saved by the Purgle?
Yeah, that would be a good take.
She's fallen before. Sorry. She fell in the battle between Maul, by the way.
Yeah,
She got pushed off a far cliff and she was like fine down there.
Yeah.
So it's not like the fall, although it was like a smooth surface. This was a little jaggedy, rocky, obviously
Yeah.
wave. So it's dangerous. But
Is that the
I'm
one
just
where
saying-
she like rides a yeah,
it's hard to
an
remember. things,
LAAT down?
Mm.
Or was that early in a different
no,
season?
this
I think
was
no, that's a different.
that
season.
one was
Full
nuts.
crap.
I was like, there's no way she survives this. Splat.
Oh man, you guys, anybody else have any hot takes? Bismo, do you have anything else to add? To
Well, before I lose it, I just I was going to say what you said. I'm thinking there's a slight, but it has a decent chance just because we get the Hera scene that we haven't seen yet on the surface, right? And
Yeah.
what really, I mean,
that? Right.
why else would she be on the surface at this point if the droid would be telling her like there's no sign of either of them? And like I don't know. I mean, I guess she could look for her, but that would make sense though. If she stuck around to look for Ahsoka, she would find her. And maybe that's that. Maybe she's the one pointing the blaster because she was surprised or something. I don't know. But just came to me there. We don't have that scene with Hera yet.
Yeah.
I think the challenging thing at this point is for me, we had so many. At least I had so many speculations for who Marak was, and it was totally
It was
dashed.
completely
It's hard for
garbage.
me now. It went up in smoke. Literally.
Literally.
Bismo
Nick
was
said.
sitting back the whole time. He's like,
Just
Dustin.
Nope.
Hey, but we had fun. And maybe we'll play that short before we get
It
out
was
of here.
fun. Yeah, definitely. No, and like I said, even in our short, there still was precedence for the whole smoke thing. So I wasn't totally crushed, but
I was. I was very disappointed.
anyway, it's just hard to speculate to see what
yeah, of
Anakin
course.
actually is going to be. Dave Filoni likes to throw curveballs at us.
Robert
so it's
G says
who knows?
everything is so much simpler. Remember the night before the Mando finale, we were guessing who would show up, and no one does.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is Filoni. This is peak Star Wars.
Well, and Filoni's a heavy hitter when it comes to lore in Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not afraid to to punch
Dig
hard.
deep.
Dig deep.
Right.
And he goes all out. He takes risks. Whereas I feel like when they were doing Mando season 3, it was like all safe plays. Everything was safe. And with Dave, I don't think he's going to do that with Ahsoka. I think he's like, I need to set up Heir to the Empire movie. I think we need to get right into this and set everything up and swing for the fences, man, because we need it right now.
You could actually see Mando in this season. Sorry.
Yeah. Are
I'm
we going to
just-
speculate on that?
I'm not. I'm just saying, like, if Filoni's writing, it could do anything if it plays into the story. Whereas I felt like they were handcuffed a little bit because of the change in direction, maybe with season 3 of Mando. But that's just my thoughts.
Yeah.
But we got Filoni piloting that ship. I can only pilot whatever this is. But Filoni's got this.
All right.
Whatever this
Let's
is.
hope so.
Whatever this is. We got Vader back there keeping an eye on
We do
Matt,
have Vader
though.
back there keeping an eye on us.
All of us.
All of us.
All
It's
of
kinda
us.
creeping
Us.
me out.
That's Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
What a
No, but
great-
yeah, and there's so much that's happening. I got another question. All right, so is Ezra being happening? I want to ask Bismo this because he knows his stuff.
I see. How
I
it is.
see.
Put me on the spot.
I love
for
putting you
these-
on the
these
spot,
hot
man.
takes.
This
It's
is
just not a
revenge.
quiz.
At least it's not a quiz.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. It's
No,
not-
I was supposed to be
4v1.
prepared for the quiz, but I
Which
got my
is
revenge
next.
there now.
Yeah.
Pop quiz after this.
Yeah.
We don't say the word quiz.
Is Ezra being going to happen? Well, it's tough here. I'd like to just give an open-ended answer where I can't be wrong, but no.
Right?
I don't. I think Dave has had interviews, and I've talked on this where he's talked about how he wanted to show the relationship between Ezra and Sabine can demonstrate a friendship relationship between a man and a female. Like that, two similar ages, that maybe could have romance. Like they could still be very close and just be friends or brother sister. I think it's a little weird either way with Ezra referring to her as a sister. Like I just, for them to then backtrack and then force it to happen. Like for example, on Bo Din, we don't get like Din or Bo like, you're like a brother to me.
Yeah,
Just
right.
put armor,
Friend
Mando
zoned.
armor. Now it wasn't exactly like that, but it still was said nonetheless. I think that when/if they get reunited, they're obviously gonna hug, but that doesn't mean it has to be romantic. They're
gonna straight
she
make
lost
out, I know
a
it.
brother,
They're gonna
And one of them's going to disappear.
reuniting.
Yes.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That's where I'm at. It could technically happen, but from what Davis said, he's just trying to show that there can be a deep connection between people that doesn't have to be romantic, I guess. So I'm leaning with no, but it's not impossible.
And
I like it.
also,
that's a very
Ba-
good
He
take.
still
Balin
managed to get
said
an open-ended.
friend twice.
Friend.
Didn't say brother.
Yeah, yep. It's like, are
you
they
know.
pulling the classic Star Wars here? Luke and Leia in the beginning.
Man,
They're friends.
I can't get over.
Yeah.
I can't get over.
I don't know where I'm
that.
going with this.
Maybe like Ezra's already gotten like together with somebody and he's got kids in the other galaxy or something.
Right?
Wow.
Time
But-
is
Sabine
relative.
shows
Ooh,
up
yeah.
and she's like, what?
That would be crazy. Maybe that's why they're
Friend?
setting us up so that maybe we're not so disappointed when it doesn't happen. But that's why I feel like Star Wars needs it right now, though, man. Star Wars,
Star Wars needs it.
Yeah,
It needs a
we
good
got
romance.
Bo Din,
good
did Bo.
romance. People want to see
don't-
good romance.
Don't we all, though?
Well, Bismo said we got Bo Din, right?
It's not, but it actually,
That wasn't a-
actually happened yet.
It
though.
was a.
I mean, you're right, Bismo. I'm not calling
come
you
on.
out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not calling
It was
you
Did
out.
it?
alluded
I'm calling
to.
him
Hate your
out.
ideas.
It's as close as we can get. We got
was-
the
yeah.
family right
it was
there.
hinted
Yeah,
at.
the
It just didn't
Mando
happen.
family. Yeah, come on.
They need to lean into it, though, is what I'm saying, man. Dave,
They need to swing.
I don't know what if you're gonna follow up with this question or not though. But besides Ezra being though, like just Ezra in general, is this like we had done a stream before, Ahsoka, just in general, and we were making predictions on when we're gonna see Ezra and when we're gonna see Thrawn. Were you already gonna ask that question? But I don't know. I want to get into
I'm
it.
sure he was
Yeah,
gonna
no,
ask
that's
that at
actually
some
right
point.
next on the itinerary. I was
Okay.
going to
Right
ask
next.
you, will we see Thrawn and will we see Ezra in this episode tonight?
Yes.
Yes.
Both?
I think
All
so.
right,
I'm
I
going.
guess-
with it.
Bismo said
Going
yes.
with it. I said episode 5 before the season. I'm staying with it. I could see this easily opening with Thrawn or with Ezra. I mean, it would probably make sense to open with Anakin then, but what if they change it up? Because this is a bit of a longer episode and we start with Ezra or Thrawn, because I think we could. But I'd say at the very least, we see Thrawn at the end of this episode. But I think both.
How long is the episode?
Like
Do we know?
50 minutes.
50
Yeah,
minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see them pulling a whole episode in the World Between Worlds.
Holy cow. Yeah.
I think they could do it.
yeah, they
It's
could.
an option.
Yeah.
They could really drag it out.
I don't think Ezra or Thrawn are going to show up.
I don't think it's going to be dragging out. Sorry, that was the wrong.
But I mean,
term. I think
you-
it could
they
be
could
very
really
well
drag it
done
out.
and be very
So that means what
interesting,
you're
which
saying
probably
then
could
is
happen.
that the trailer went all the way up to episode 6 potentially if it doesn't show up now.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's
I don't like
weird.
that.
I think he's gonna show up at the very end of the show.
You think so?
I
Wow.
think that's what
Yeah,
they're
you
gonna
said
do.
like
It's gonna
7,
set.
right?
It's gonna set the movie up.
Well, because yeah,
So wait, what happens now between? We've got 4
Exactly.
episodes here, and I think even the following week is supposed to be pretty long too, like at least longer than.
yeah.
Like
Next
up-
week's rumored to
really?
be 46 minutes.
So this 6 and 7, or I'm sorry, 5 and 6 is another movie. It's like 1 and 2.
yeah.
And then we got
Wow.
2 more after that. I mean,
Wow.
what are they going to do in between?
We
20
could,
minutes.
well, we could potentially get Ahsoka in the World Between Worlds for 2 episodes, but we have the parallel, universe going on with Hera and Ezra and all. I mean, we're in like 3 different places. We're going to be in World Between Worlds.
Yeah.
We're going to be with like Hera, and then we're also going to be with Sabine and all of them in the new galaxy.
That's a good point. We've
Maybe.
got a lot more storylines going on at once now.
And it feels very Star Wars, so you can cover a lot in there, and you could definitely take a few episodes to do that. And that would be fascinating. It feels kind of true to Star Wars in a lot of ways when you think about it. The end of a lot of Star Wars films, you're in 3 different places, and it's all culminating together at the end,
Mentally.
which would be really cool to see.
I'm just going to say Ellie in the chat mentioned that she was right next to where the movie is going to be shown tonight 2 days ago.
2 days
Whoa,
ago.
But timing, right? Oh, wow.
Right.
That's crazy, Ellie. That's
crazy.
I wish
I
we
know,
only
we wish
wish.
we could have been there. But wouldn't the only thing for me is if like they show up there and then immediately Thrawn just like hops aboard. I almost feel like it'll be kind of cheap.
It's not
For me.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Because, like, I kinda
Because,
wanna see this
he's
new
been
galaxy.
Lost. They got to find this location.
it can't
of
be
planet
cheap,
where they're
yeah.
at.
True.
That
Like
is true. So this it could. You make me lean towards the end of this episode, but I think we'll still see him in this episode.
Well, because in some ways, like you're introducing a completely new galaxy in Star Wars.
Yeah.
It would be the biggest miss, in my opinion,
To skip
for
for
Disney Star Wars
To just skip over
like
it.
we found them
Yeah.
and we're out.
That's
what
why I
about
want
this
that
new
Ezra
galaxy?
in the wilderness for
Right.
like
Yeah.
20 minutes, with all
Yeah.
these
Right.
different
I wanna-
creatures we've never seen before and all
And that's
that.
what you
so cool.
pitched for the beginning of this whole show. I really like that idea. I was like, they should start off the whole show. Ezra's just like fighting for his life in
Yeah.
this new galaxy on the run, like running away from the Grisk, or it's like something
yeah.
crazy. And that's how you open up the whole show. I would flip out if that happened. Even if they did
Right.
that in this episode, I think it would be amazing. That was your thought, Biz, and I love that thought.
I hope,
Because I love you.
Oh gosh.
Not this
Stop making it weird.
I'm sorry, I made it weird, everybody.
Super weird.
What do you guys think, though? Anybody else think?
Yeah, I agree with that. You don't have to be cheap, right? It's been a slow burn to this point. Making the jump took 4 episodes. If they jump it and then meet him in like 30 minutes, it's kind of going to feel like it's almost like the Mando Darksaber thing, like built up, broken,
Broken.
And but I don't think
my
they'll
insides.
just Filoni. I don't think he knows how to pace things, right? But he also knows how to pack a lot into one episode and make you feel satisfied. So
Right.
I think we're seeing Thrawn. Maybe not Ezra, but Thrawn.
I think we're just seeing the world between worlds.
Okay,
That's it.
that's fair.
Full stop.
That's fair.
That's it.
That's
okay.
fair.
What about you,
And
Matt?
more-
What do you think's
more-
happening? Thrawn, Ezra, Jar Jar?
And more gummy face.
Yeah, Jar Jar,
Anakin.
probably.
Jar Jar,
Yeah,
brother.
Darth Jar Jar. It is Darth Jar Jar.
That would be
Anakin
amazing.
is actually just Darth
I don't
Jar Jar.
have,
He's so
like-
powerful in the Force, he can appear how he wants.
Oh, maybe that's why he looks so goofy.
Anakin is Jar Jar. He's force choking you. Sith against Sith.
Right?
He's Vader. What were you saying, Matt?
I don't have anything necessarily to go off of on this, so I'm just gonna say what I hope
Yeah,
to
just
see.
do it.
And I would hope. I do kind of want to see both of them, Thrawn and Ezra, or at least I think maybe Ezra the most right now.
The most.
To see
Yeah,
him
I think
because then you know
probably most,
Thrawn's
like,
coming more than likely.
We keep forgetting about Ezra. Like, I just want to see Ezra, like live action, like one of
Honestly-
my favorite characters from rewatching Rebels. Like, where is he? You know?
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, what if he's dead?
I was thinking
he's-
that.
what if he's
I
just
wasn't
dead?
going to say
What
it.
if he's
You
dead?
had to bring it up, you sick.
And like Sabine gets there and Thrawn shows her
And
His
no.
grave.
he's dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then we got a world between worlds situation.
And
We
then
got to
it's
bring
like-
Ezra back.
Where's he going with this?
Dude, that'd be dark.
Whew.
But he fakes his death.
I would feel so bad.
And
for
he
the
only
actor.
tells his best friend, which is himself, because he's alone in this
No,
galaxy.
he's got a volleyball.
He's got a volleyball named Spalding.
Spalding.
Guess that, or what is it?
Guess the alternate history reference?
No.
Alternate movie
I have
reference?
movie
a
reference.
question that kind of
Yeah.
relates to what Dan and just what both of y'all or all y'all are really saying. But what's gonna, now that we get to this new galaxy and hopefully we have some time to establish it, but what are the key differences going to be that separate the galaxy we know and this new galaxy? Like, what's going to be different here? You know what? I think we had talked about. I forget if it was with Dustin or Dan. We talked about like the animals, a lot more of them being force sensitive, and Ezra maybe connecting with them. But what do you guys think might separate these two galaxies?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, for me, I'm kind of hoping that like the Force is on steroids here.
Oh,
Like,
gosh.
because like there might not be as many Force users here.
Matt would
and
like
there
that
might
too.
be more midichlorians or whatever, to pull from, like more living Force to pull from in this new galaxy. And like what if Ezra was like Super Saiyan, like that would be awesome, like Star Killer.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Oh,
Wouldn't that be awesome?
What
Because I've
if-
heard rumors that he's got new powers or a new power. And I'm like, that would be pretty sick to see. Like something new in Star Wars for a Jedi that's like mind blowing. I'm all for that.
What if the Force?
just gonna.
If it makes sense. Because Obi-Wan was
Bismo's-
sorry, the Obi-Wan one was Super Saiyan. Obi-Wan was terrible in my opinion. Sorry.
Yes. What if the Force is like an actual entity?
Like just walking around talking
Yeah.
to you.
In that universe.
Ezra M just kicking back.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Force?
This is my friend
Yeah.
Force.
And the one who plays the Force is
Sam Witwer.
that would be amazing.
Or The Rock. It's The Rock.
No, I was actually thinking
Jack Black.
Jack
No.
Black.
Kevin Hart.
now I forgot his name.
Who?
The
Hulk Hogan.
no,
Hulk
no,
Hogan. Hollywood
the guy who
Hogan.
is everything. Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris.
Like Chuck Norris.
And he's just roundhouse kicking
Roundhouse.
That would be
everybody.
amazing. He's teaching Ezra how to do roundhouse kicks in the
Yeah.
Force.
Oh my gosh.
That would be amazing.
Without
Without moving.
moving.
Yeah.
It's like Doctor Strange, his astral projection.
Do you think Ezra's gonna have a beard? I really hope so.
A beard?
And from his beard is another
There's
fist.
another fist, like Chuck Norris.
Force fist to your face.
Ooh,
Stop weird.
has anyone here completed the Jedi Survivor game?
Yes, I have.
I have not. I still
Okay,
need
so
I
well,
have not either.
there's. It's not a major.
we just
spoiler,
cut you off
but
in the past. I'm so sorry.
just like one of the characters is able to create a force hand on a severed limb, like just have a
What?
projected arm with the force.
Yeah.
But with this increased midichlorian count, maybe you could get a General Grievous Ezra. He's got 4 arms.
He's got 4
because of the
arms.
extra force arm.
Forearms.
Oh my.
Maybe he
goodness.
can just make limbs or, organic material just appear out of thin air.
That would
The
be-
Force.
The Force.
Does
The Force
Thrawn have
entity.
any midichlorian count? Does he have any force
I
ability?
mean, he's blue, so there's that.
I feel like
instantly gives him at least
able to
100.
accomplish.
Blue
He kind of like
raspberry,
blue raspberry.
Blue raspberry.
which
I
by
think
the way,
Just
sorry.
like the feats he can accomplish, though, he's got to be somewhat force sensitive, like we've talked about with like Han Solo or Hera being
Yeah,
force sensitive,
right.
while
Yeah.
maybe not moving stuff around in the air, but how is he gonna win a fight of like 1 Star Destroyer versus 3 type situation? Or
Right.
that's just an
because he's
example.
a tactical genius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree.
It could just be I guess he has a 200 IQ, but I feel like in this universe it has to be somewhat attributed to the Force. Like
Yeah.
the funny thing is that's the one thing he hates is the Force, because he doesn't really understand or he's fascinated by it. But in reality, he might just be subconsciously using it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's in all living things.
And the funny thing, and the funny thing though, in some ways, I don't know if you got this, but I almost felt like in the newest Thrawn trilogy that it almost felt like there was underlying tones that like he used to be force sensitive. Did you get that at all, or was that just me like hoping for that?
Well, in the books, they do talk about how usually it's the female chiss, but men chiss, I believe, can be force sensitive, but it's when they're young, and as they get older, it dissipates and goes away. So that would go in line with, as a child, he maybe could have used the force, and maybe that's something that's been hidden all this time. Or,
Yeah, so maybe he's still
I guess
able to tap into it a little bit, but maybe might be bitter that he can't use it as much as he once could. I don't know. That's something I was just projecting that in my mind. But
And from the chat, our
Yeah, go ahead.
expert night sky, Thrawn doesn't have the force, but he is one of the only chiss to have a mind quite like his. Last one was some 100 years prior to during the rule of 12th patriarch of the Myth family homestead. So his brain is very rare, even for Chiss.
Yes.
And the fact is,
Was this the will of the Force, though? You know, you got to think full, not just directly, but indirectly Force related.
Yes, it could have been.
Good
Also, I
point.
think Night Sky's going to freak out when Thrawn shows up, right?
Oh yeah, I think we're gonna hear her screams from here.
From here.
On Hoth
On Hoth.
A disturbance.
or something.
Wait, that's where you guys have been hiding this whole time?
Yeah, dude, we're on Hoth.
We are on Hoth.
That's why you couldn't find us.
Absolutely.
You thought you found us.
I'm coming.
Found it.
Next time Biz is on, we got to do the Empire's like attacking Hoth.
Yes.
And Bismo's like riding on top of one of the AT-ATs.
Right.
I'm coming for you.
That would be really good.
you.
Now we're definitely going to do that.
It just
Yeah,
writes
for sure.
We're going to
itself.
put our face
Right.
on every single rebel person standing out in the snow.
Right.
Definitely. In fact, did you have something? You had something, or did we already?
Something
That's
about
the blue raspberry.
Well, I've got a few things now. It just built up. Yeah.
Okay,
Blue
well,
raspberry
fire
was one
away.
of them. Okay, so where did blue raspberry come from? It is a synthetic flavor. It's modeled after raspberries.
That doesn't make any sense.
But it's inspired by Rubus leocodermis, a variety native to the western United States,
That's Latin.
also known as blackcap or white bark raspberry.
I hear no blue in there.
Nope, but
Wow.
that's the fact.
I also heard
Wow.
synthetic.
And then
Oh yeah, it's synthetic. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Are you satisfied?
No,
Nick?
not really. Not as
Are you
I'm
satisfied.
satisfied?
I was
with
really
my-
hoping it
with
was
your
just
care?
blueberries and raspberries.
I guess the point is now I want some blue raspberry before
Yeah.
we watch this episode
you-
in 11 minutes, by the way.
11 minutes. But you said, okay, going back to the blue raspberry. I'm sorry. You said it's actually based off of an actual raspberry, though.
Yes.
It's based off Thrawn.
It's a synthetic.
It's based off of
flavor.
Thrawn.
Right.
It's based on.
But what are those raspberries called?
White bark?
Oh, well, yeah. Black
White-
cap or white bark raspberry.
Black cap or white bark?
Mhm.
I gotta
I
look
need to
those up.
try it.
I need
Yeah.
to go get those.
And
We're going to
Western
wherever they're
US.
made.
Yes.
People are like, all right,
Grown.
All right,
need-
we're talking about Star Wars.
need-
Raspberries.
we need
Just
a
now
flavor
realizing
that
the
looks
SpongeBob
like
shirt.
Thrawn.
Oh, that's so nice.
He's-
was that?
He said he's just
The
now
SpongeBob
realizing
shirt.
the SpongeBob shirt.
Oh yeah. His point at Nick. I'm laughing at him. No, I'm just joking.
Always. Everybody laughs
With-
at me.
with
Don't
you.
feel bad.
We're laughing with you.
You're laughing next to me.
Well, when you do your
Laughing all
Scottish
around
accent,
you.
it just cracks me up.
Yeah,
That was
there's
your
one
cue.
thing I will say.
I know.
Nick, you have a good,
He's
was
I know
making
Go
that.
ahead.
it
Go ahead,
awkward.
Biz. Sorry.
got a good Scottish accent. No, that's something. You know, we can cross this bridge between us. You know.
Okay. What are we doing?
The Anakin Bridge. Or
You're
the
crossing
No,
with your
that's-
kilts across
The
a
world
Scottish
between
bridge.
world bridge,
The
and I'm
world's-
coming for
oh,
you
you're
because
building the
everything
world-
happens all at once.
At the same time. Always.
You know what the thing is? You're probably going to hear Nick's screams and rants if the whole episode is World Between Worlds and it's just
I know.
Anakin's face. the
I'll
whole
just
time.
say
They don't have the budget for that.
called it.
They don't have the budget for
I think they do because
Oh.
they do. They're not on location. It's literally just what are
Jello.
where they film everything. It's just Jello.
The void.
Yeah,
No.
the vault.
The
yeah.
void.
Yeah.
The void.
Nah, that's
What
in
if they
my
did
mind.
miscalculate? I said this to Bismo on his show that what if they did miscalculate and they just get lost in the void on the jump?
They have to take a whole episode, a filler episode.
Yeah,
to figure
and
out
so
how to
it,
get back.
it stalls out or they
Yeah, no,
end
see,
up in
they-
some wrong place
They jumped. They're just gone.
or they're just
done.
gone.
They're never coming back. Thrawn actually comes back.
As I said last
Before
time, yeah.
to get them.
Ezra shows up
wait,
right
wait,
after
yeah,
they leave.
yeah.
Like,
So-
hey guys, I'm back. I'm back. And he's like, "Where's Sabine?"
Yeah.
Yeah, you said that. Like you said that. That was so funny. Just Ezra comes back. I'm back. Are you telling me I gotta go back to there?
Yeah.
That place.
Wait, I just got back.
He's like, hold on, let me get my trusty steed on the Purgel.
Yeah, the Purgle. Yeah, because that's
He's
how
just-
he could get there.
He's got multiple
here,
just in
Purgy.
like a yeah.
That's what he calls his Purgle. Purgy.
like stables. He's got Purgle stables. He just
Right.
like rents them out for people on like excursions, you know.
All right, well, we only got about 8 more minutes
more
before
minutes.
this
Before the episode,
the episode
drops.
starts. So let's we got some more stuff. I did want to get your take real fast because it was a hot topic for me. What was your take on Maroc last week there, Biz? I just want to hear your
Oh
take
goodness, I can't wait for this. Is it good? Is it bad?
I just
Good,
I laughed a little bit when it happened.
Yeah, it was kind of laughable.
We were laughing, but in a not happy way, right? It was like more like an explosive, blah, right, Dustin?
Explosive.
Yeah,
I was
see what
laughing.
you
I thought
did
it was
there.
funny.
He thought it was funny, yeah.
Yeah, but I thought I heard your take on your show last week, but I just thought maybe if you had any.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's Night Sister Magic
Right.
from Morgan Elsbeth. That, and also this now plays to the theory of what if this actually was the eighth brother, even though they look a little different. But what if it's just a resurrected, different version of them?
Yeah, that definitely opened that up, just like he was opened up to that.
Right, it closes the book on those
And
theories.
blown away at the same
And
time.
blown away. Everything was just opened up and blown away.
We like to
dust
say
in the wind.
Let's
Dust
admit
in
it.
the wind.
He got smoked.
He got smoked.
He got smoked.
Baby. All right, what other? We got some other stuff. I did want to say real fast. Now that we have two separate galaxies,
Yeah.
how are we going to refer to the two of them?
Galaxy 1 and Galaxy
Yeah,
2.
that's what I was wondering. Like, are they going to name them? Do you think they're going to name the different
Well,
galaxies? now?
Peridia, isn't that
I
the
think
name?
they're. Yeah, is that the name of the place that Thrawn's at though, or is
Yeah, I
it just
don't
the
know.
new galaxy?
What is it called?
I think I do know like a sample name of what they were calling it
Okay.
at some point. I think it's just they called it like the New Beyond.
Oh
potentially.
yeah, I did hear that.
The New
yeah.
Beyond.
Did you hear about that?
The
I did
new
hear
But I don't
Beyond.
know. I
that
like
term.
the Perdia, but I think is that just where Thrawn is at though?
Maybe.
I think that's
yeah.
a planet. Peridia is a
Yeah.
planet in the new galaxy.
Peridia.
But yeah,
Maybe
I
every
just thought that was
planet.
interesting because, like, what would you call like the original galaxy? Like
OG.
The Galaxy.
the galaxy.
We already got it. I already figured
Dunzo.
out.
It's
Why do-
called
why
the
do we have to
Star
change
Wars
the
Cinematic
original's name?
Universe.
Also, is the new galaxy is Earth in the new galaxy? Is it the Milky Way?
No,
Oh,
it's a different-
wow.
I think
You're-
it's a different galaxy altogether.
I'm just saying, it could happen.
I hope.
galaxy-
I hope.
What galaxy is
Maybe
Star
we are-
Wars
maybe-
based in?
Pick me up.
Thrawn's
I
here.
wouldn't
Pick
like
me up
that.
on that
Thrawn's
high
here.
side
What
right
if-
now.
I
Let's
wouldn't
go.
like that.
What if he
Body
shows
count.
up at the movie theaters that the people went to?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
That's why you had
There
to go to
is-
those locations to
It was
get
a
beamed
trap.
up.
it's a trap. It's a trap. No, but there is precedence for it for the fact that ET was on Earth and ET is also in the Star Wars galaxy. So I'm just saying, there's
That is
precedence.
true. Yep.
Yeah. Also, do you think we'll see the Grisk?
Elaborate.
Do you think they're going to end up being the
Grisk.
main villain? I wanna
Maybe.
know. What do you guys think?
They got a lot of explaining to
Kind
do
of the
because most
Yuzhong
people don't know
Bong.
most people don't know who either of those people are. So they got a lot of explaining to do if
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the case.
Definitely. That's what I want to know. What were you
Okay.
saying, Biz? Sorry, go ahead. Me?
Was I saying something?
Oh, I thought
wasn't.
I'm so sorry. No.
He was imagining you saying something. He's like, he talks to me in my head.
Yeah. Do you think the
It's
Grisk
sense-
are going to show up?
Who?
The Grisk? Yuzhong Bong?
Oh, sorry. It just cut out. I don't
Oh,
know
sorry.
the Grisk, but
The Grisk.
I feel like that's like the movie. I feel like we'll worry about Thrawn somewhat, like he won't get defeated, but that could be introduced later on. I don't think we're gonna get that right now, but
Yeah.
they talk in the from I was getting some dialogue of what Balin's intentions are to help out Thrawn, and it's bigger in scope. So is it to take over to fight against this evil? And if it's this other evil, I'm guessing it'd be the Grisk because we're going canon.
Right.
Do you think they have like a season 2 filmed in the can?
Filmed in the can. I don't know about filmed, but supposedly they started working on it, but it doesn't make any sense to me. Just because with the movie and the strike, how could they start working on it? But
I'm just saying, like
Maybe story.
I think they would have announced it too if they had said they filmed 2 seasons at once. This is like a huge
Yeah.
season as it is.
Yeah.
If we get an
Yeah.
amazing episode tonight with tons of stuff, wow, they could have almost like just done 2 4-episode mini series or something.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. No, yeah. Also, last question here before we move on. We only have a couple minutes.
And you have 3 minutes.
We have 3 minutes.
We're
6
gonna
minutos.
call
All
this
right.
soon.
How will they get to the new galaxy? Do you have any thoughts on that? Anybody have any thoughts on that?
Didn't
You
they
talking
just-
about them as in like
Oh, I'm sorry. Ezra,
They-
or not
yeah.
Ezra.
Ahsoka, Hera, Jason?
and the ones that are still
Obviously, the world between worlds.
World Between Worlds.
Ahsoka will go through that. Everyone else is screwed.
Yep. It's gonna be it's gonna be like the movies where there's like, like you said, 3 main
Yeah.
focuses.
The only way they get there is by somebody coming back and getting them,
Yeah.
bringing them back if they can. If they figure out a way to go back and forth.
Yeah.
Unless
Otherwise,
Or,
it's
yeah,
like
the
a
Purgle.
reindeer Purgle, but Purgle.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm
A
saying.
sleigh,
Now,
but Purgle.
this is pod racing. They're like hooked up to the Purgle. They shoot off.
Try spinning. That's a neat trick. Falls off.
I just want to know what it was like riding that Purgle like Ezra and Thrawn did
Right.
all the
Nuts.
way.
Also, how are they still alive?
Yeah, the windows.
Those windows were smashed.
Yeah, the
Totally.
windows.
No, I know. I don't
You're asking
know.
too many questions.
Yeah,
Right?
The Force
You know
works
too
in
much.
mysterious ways, right?
You
I
know
don't know.
too much. But yeah, there's so much, and we're about to get into it here because the episode is about to start. How much time we got? We got
We got
another.
3 minutes, but the chat's freaking out. Everybody's just saying stuff now.
Did
and
we
I
have any
can't
final
even
questions
speak.
in the chat before we move on?
Do you think that there will be a season 2? Dan kind of asked, or will they leave it for the movie?
They'll
I think
just
we're
go to
going
the
for the
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
That's my personal.
So they're
opinion.
building
that-
to them.
Will be the end of it.
everything.
That might be the next
There'll
piece
never
of
be
Star
a
Wars
That'll be the-
content we did.
And it ever again.
Yeah, I think they're gonna end Ahsoka with the movie.
It might just
I don't think they're
establish
gonna
a
kill
whole
her.
new everything in this new galaxy, though.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that just might be where we make Star Wars stuff now. There's a whole new galaxy to explore. I want new.
That's a way to avoid the sequel trilogy as well.
That is true.
You know, and also for these characters to not be in the sequel trilogy. If
Yep.
you
Yep.
Play the nice
Because
character.
they clearly weren't. The only one that was there was Hera, and she got. We know that she's back in the galaxy, so that makes sense.
And she still might have came from far away. You know, if they figured out a way to communicate between galaxies.
Far, far away.
But we do want Jason to be trained by Ezra, if possible. So we need
yes.
to
Yes, we
merge
do.
their futures.
Yes, we do.
We gotta get him trained.
Gotta get him trained.
Yeah, it's
Wait, is Sabine gonna train him, or is Ahsoka gonna train him?
Ezra.
Ezra.
Or Ezra.
I'm okay with Ahsoka, but I like the Ezra
Or
turnaround
Balin.
too.
Yeah.
Or Balin.
Balin's gonna train
Or Shin.
him.
All right, I
Or
do think there's
Shin.
going to be more of a twist with Balin coming up, so I'm
Oh,
just
boy.
super excited to see him on tonight's episode, which is about in like a minute or two.
Yes.
so we are
Yeah.
going to have to start
Wrap
wrapping up.
up. Thank
Any
you, Biz.
last thoughts, things, Biz, before we get on out of here? What do you
No.
think? And thank you so much for being on the show. I just want to say it here, but go into your last thoughts and questions.
thanks a lot.
Thanks for having me. This is where the fun begins. I think we're going to see some version of Vader tonight. I don't know if that's actually him or we just get a glimpse of him, but I think we're going to see some kind of dark side
Right on.
at some point.
I'm
Yeah.
all for that, man. I am all for that.
All
All right,
right,
you guys have
thank
anything
you.
else too?
No,
Here,
that's
Nick.
it. We're so excited.
Nick.
No, I got nothing.
Scottish.
Scottish.
10 seconds.
Oh, what do you want me to say?
Think about it. Matt, you got any final predictions? Things for tonight. What are you looking forward to?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh, wow.
Matt is on the
Sith-
dark side.
the
Everything.
Sith-
I'm looking forward to bed.
Oh,
my
got him.
good- Wow.
We're going
All right.
too late
He's-
for Matt.
he's died
9 o'clock.
again.
It's 9 o'clock. We're out. We'll see you guys.
Yeah.
We got to
Right?
go.
Thanks for joining. Thanks for being here, Biz.
Stay
We
on
appreciate you.
target.
Watch
See you guys
Ahsoka.
tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. Check
Yep.
us out.
Bye now. 8 o'clock. Bye
Check
now.
out Biz. Bye.
No, I'll just say
Yeah, do that. Ready?
I find you like a faith disturbing.